最初の、小浜発信寺の原田設計と申しますというところから。
Koten Roshi is going to jump right into the Teisho now, and he's beginning by saying that the Teisho begins with, my name is Sekkei Harada. I'm the abbot of Hoshinji Monastery in the city of Obama in Fukui Prefecture.
ドイツに参りますのはこれで3回目です。
This is the third time for this Teisho. This is the third time that Harada Sekkei Roshi has visited Germany to give Teishos and sessins.
皆さんの中にはすでに弟子丸老師その他の禅の先生について座禅を長くなされておられる人があると聞いております。
Sekkei Roshi continues in the Teisho. I have heard that among those of you who are attending this session, this Teisho and session, some of you have trained under Deshimaru Roshi and other Zen teachers for many years.
私の所属する教団は曹洞宗でありますが、曹洞宗というような教団に関係なく、接心中は話をさせていただきます。
Continuing in the Teisho and during session, although my temple in Japan belongs to what is called the Soto sect of Zen Buddhism, my talks during session, my Teishos during session are not limited to the teaching of the Soto sect.
これはどういうことかと言いますとですね、設計老師は、教団からドイツへ伺ったんではなくて、本当に法を伝えに、ドイツに行かれたということを言いたかったわけです。
What Sekkei Roshi meant by this was that he wasn't invited or requested to go to Europe by the Soto sect, but he was actually going by himself in order to truly transmit the true teaching of the Dharma.
この度4カ所の接心も同じようにあらゆる教団とか宗派というものを離れてただ法というもののために接心を行ってきました。
Sekkei Roshi continues, just as in the previous sessions, the previous 4 sessions, this session too is conducted only for the sake of the Dharma and is not a part or independent, is not dependent of any religious organization or sect. It's independent of all of organizations and sects.
そういうわけでありますから、過去にいろんな老師につかれた方も、また初めて座禅をなさる方も、あるいは仏教を信じない人、あるいはその他の教えの団体に所属する人も、法という前には全く差別がありません。
So therefore, because the Dharma is independent of religious organizations or sects, in regard to the Dharma, no distinctions. I make no distinctions because of one's previous teacher. The Dharma makes no distinctions between because of one's previous teacher or because of a lack of previous experience or because of a difference in religious beliefs or even because one doesn't believe in Buddhism at all. Zazen for the sake of Zazen. We do Zazen for its own sake.
座禅ということは本当に自分が自由になることです。
What we call Zazen is to become truly free or truly liberated.
それから本当に安心をすることです。
And Zazen is to attain or to reach true peace of mind.
ここも重要なところですので、ご理解がいただけないと、座禅そのものの本当のものが伝わっていきませんので、皆さんご理解いただけましたでしょうか。
He's asking if there are any questions at this point. If you understand this, the point that's being made that Zazen is done for the purpose of Zazen. Zazen is to become truly free and to reach or attain true peace of mind. If you're unsure or doubts or mistaken about your first step here, then it'll affect your practice. So if you have any questions about this, please raise them.
もう一つ進んでおきましょう。それが皆さんの今の座禅と安心ということは、すなわち皆さんの今の姿です。要するに座禅は座禅なりというその様子です。
And right now, this zazen and this peace of mind, or this liberation that we seek, is precisely the present condition of each one of us right now. In other words, zazen is zazen. Zazen becomes zazen.
私が、グリスへ行った時もここのところだけは一生懸命に皆さんにお伝えをさせていただいたところです。
The many times that Roshi has gone to Greece, he has stressed this point that in his talks that our present condition, as it is right now, is the condition or the state of peace of mind that we seek.
そのことを今のこの事実を本当に自分がそうだと納得をすることです。
And we practice to come to be able to grasp or to consent to this fact or this truth that our present reality, our present condition now, just as it is our peace of mind that we seek.
ここが座禅は座禅なりという様子のことです。
This is the point he makes when he instructs that our zazen is zazen. Zazen becomes zazen.
定唱と読参を接心中に行います。
During sesshin, there are teishos and doksan.
読参は全部の人が来なくてもよろしい。読参は話をしたい人だけが来ればよろしい。
It is not necessary for everyone to go to a doksan, to attend doksan. Only those people who would like to talk with the Roshi, talk with me, should go to doksan.
ただ、皆さんが安心をして座禅をするために読参があります。深く座禅をしていただくために読参をするわけです。
However, doksan is for the purpose of sitting with peace of mind, doing your practice with peace of mind. In other words, doksan is held in order for you to settle yourself firmly in your zazen practice.
ここも読参の大切なところですね。深く座禅をするというしていただくための読参だということを承知置きをしておいていただきたい。
Roshi said this is also an important point in order for us to be able to sit firmly in our practice, in our zazen. It's necessary to go to doksan, ask questions, to relieve doubts or questions that you might have about the practice and the teaching.
疑いを持って座禅をしておっては、時間の浪費です。
Doksan is offered in order to get rid of these doubts or questions about your practice and to be able to sit assured about the direction of your practice. ちょっと待ってください。
はいはい
Let's see. はい、すいませんでした。それでは
ですから、疑いをなくして本当に安心して座禅をするために独参があるわけです。
Sitting with doubts concerning your practice is a waste of time. Therefore, Doksan is offered in order to get rid of these doubts and to be able to sit assured about the direction of your practice.
ですから、疑問、座禅のこと、あるいは仏教のことについて少しでも疑問のある人は独参を受けていただければよろしいです。
Therefore, those of you who have any questions or doubts about Zazen or your practice, even slight doubts or questions, small doubts or questions, and would like or would just like to inquire about Buddhism in general, they should go to Doksan and talk with Roshi.
この接心中は無言の行です。無言の行をしていただきたいと思います。
During session, we refrain. We refrain from speaking. We do not speak. I would like you to conduct yourself during session, conduct the session in silence, not just in the zendo, but during the entire time of session, speaking only when absolutely necessary.
ちょっと皆さんにお聞きしておきます。無言の行というこの、無言の行ということが、お分かりでしょうか。
In Japanese, there's a word called mugon. Gyo is shugyo, which is practice. Mugon means it's written no talking or no words. And this is the term that Roshi is now asking you all about. If you understand the term of practice without, in other words, practice without speaking.
これはですね、ただ黙って座っておるということだけではないということですよ。無言でありながら禅の工夫をする、これが接心の様子ですから、原田老師はこうやって、無言の修行をしてくださいと言っております。
This term mugon no gyo, or this practice without words, without speaking, is not simply to be silent, but to endeavor in your zazen practice, whether you're sitting or in motion, throughout the entire session. And this is a point that Harada Seke Roshi stressed often in his talks.
座禅の時はもちろんですが、作務の時、あるいはその他、休憩の時も、お互いの修行のために邪魔にならないような生活に心がけてください。
Not only during sitting, but also during work and other activities, rest periods during the session. Conduct your daily lives during session in a way that does not disturb the practice of others.
皆さんが協力をして一日も早く道場に慣れていただくようにお願いをいたします。
Cooperating in this way, everyone can quickly become familiar and accustomed to the dojo and the session schedule.
これはですね、 もちろん砂上のこともありましょうし、いろんな、表面的なことも全部含まれたこのお願いです。
This request to take care of yourselves, to become accustomed and familiar with the dojo, is not just to become accustomed to the schedule and things on the surface, but throughout the entire time of the session, that one should be endeavoring in this way.
一番皆さんが、迷われるのはそこですね。座禅で目的を持ってはいかんという教えはありません。座禅は必ず自己を坊ずる、悟る、検証をする。これがなかったら座禅になりません。ですから、そういう説明だけを信じて、何も求めないで、ただぼやっと座っておっては時間の浪費ですよ。
It's not true that there is nothing to seek outside the present moment. To seek for something is not a mistake. To seek peace of mind, to seek liberation, it's not a mistake. Without having a goal in mind, your practice will not move. It won't go anywhere. And so it's necessary to have this goal in mind.
座禅の大切なところなんです。本当に、検証、自己を報じた人、脱落をした人の言葉はそんなにあやふやな、求めちゃいかんとかそんなものを言ってる人は、脱落した人にはおりません。脱落しきった人が求めなくてももうよろしい今のまんまなんですよという、これは悟った人からの言葉ですから、皆さんが今座禅をするということは何を目的に座るかということがきちっとしてないと、何年座っても何十年座っても本当の座禅にはなりませんので気をつけてください。
This is a very important point. And someone who hasn't attained the way, so who hasn't done kensho, who hasn't awakened to the true self, cannot practice without a goal, without a target, without a purpose. But someone who has attained the way, who has reached the way and gotten rid of the ego self, they will say, since they have attained the way, they will say there is nothing to seek, there's nothing to search for. But it's a very important point to know in your practice before you have reached that point, to know that where in your practice you must make the effort.
この確信が持てるのが座禅であると、そのところをきちんとしておかないと、座禅の工夫という言葉も、練るということも、即根をただやるということもわからないじゃないですか。自分の考えの中でそういうふうに目的を持っちゃダメだと言われとる、そういうものを持っておるということがそもそもこの座禅になってないということです。
There's a concept or an idea or thinking that no purpose or nothing to seek in your practice. This is just something, a concept in the mind. This is something that arises out of thinking itself. But our practice, we should clearly have in mind in our practice, the purpose is to forget the self. It's to drop off mind and body. It is to realize that your condition, exactly as it is right now, is what we seek in our practice, to become one with this condition, where both the self and our condition both drop off. Well, this is the purpose, or you say the the goal. This is what we seek in our practice. And if you just have this conceptual, theoretical understanding of no purpose in our sitting, then you're just what do you say? You're remaining in the realm of thinking, and you have missed the point of the sitting practice or the zazen practice.
そのものになったら、自らがうなずけるように必ずなる。
First of all, the question about how will you know is that when you drop off the self, when you become one with your surroundings, if you become absolutely one with the surroundings, you will know the you say the tidings or the communications. It will come to you. You will be able to assent to that condition.
ですから皆さんが座禅をしているときに座禅をしながらいや私は今悟ろうなんていうものは持たないでしょ。そんなものは
No one sits with this with this idea or thought in mind. I'm trying to get enlightened. I'm trying to do kensho. I'm trying to get enlightened too. I'm trying to awaken. They don't have this thought in mind, this clear thought in mind while they're sitting, do they?
座禅は座禅なりと言ってもう私が座禅をするんじゃない座禅が座禅をするときにそういうものが出てきますか？
When you sit with in zazen, where zazen wa zazen nari is a Japanese term, a Japanese phrase, and it's translated zazen is or zazen becomes zazen. And so when you are sitting in this, you say state or condition of zazen is zazen, or zazen, not myself doing zazen, but when zazen is doing zazen. This idea, is there any room for this idea of I'm trying to become enlightened? Is there any space or gap where such a thought can arise in your practice? I don't think so, he says.
自分の考えの中でいいとか悪いとかということをつけている座禅そのものにはいい悪いはありません。事実そのものですから、そういうものはみんな考えの中の様子です。
You're sitting just as it is reality as it is. There is no right or wrong. If you take a look at your present condition and you think, attach, conceptualize right and wrong, discriminate right and wrong, and it's just it's something that's just going on through in your thinking.
に十分注意をして、ここにいられる皆さんが最後まで接心が継続ができますようにお願いをしておきます。
Continuing in the Teisho, in the talk, during session, please take great care of yourselves, of your health, and make it possible for all of us to be able to endeavor in the session until the session ends.
それからいろいろ言われている要件のために外に出られる人は出入り口付近に座っていただけると便利です。
Then he's going into some rather concrete things. Due to various circumstances, a few people during session might have to be coming and going in and out of the zendo during sitting. It would be convenient for all people if these people would be able to sit near the doors, sit near the exits.
これはどういうことかと言いますと、接心の時の役割、受け持ちの人と天蔵の和尚だとか、そういういろんな役割の人でどうしても出なきゃならない人のためのためにこういうことを言ってらっしゃいます。
This just is giving some simple instructions about those people who during the session will have other responsibilities, maybe cleaning or working in the kitchen or some other jobs that they have to attend to. These people who have these responsibilities should sit near the door so that when they get up and leave, if they have to, that they don't disturb other people who are sitting.
それから教策を受けては体の都合が悪い人は、係の方に話しておいてください。
And then those sitters who would prefer not to receive the kyosaku. The kyosaku is the large stick that usually Koten Roshi or some other person would carry during zazen. This kyosaku should, people who would rather not have the kyosaku given to them, should speak with the person in charge, someone in charge of the session before the start of session begins.
これにはね、どこの騒動にも面作、教作を、私はよしてくださいというようなことがちゃんとありますから、体の都合の悪い人には教作は入れませんので、そういうことも約束をしてあるわけです。
This is something that you'll find at many zendos or monasteries where some people would, through some circumstance or another, would prefer not to receive the kyosaku, to be hit by the kyosaku. Perhaps it's due to their health or for some other reason. And this is an alternative that these people are given, that they don't have to be given the kyosaku during session.
という心構えまでをして接心に入ります。
And these are general, we would say, admonitions, precautions to be taken during a session.
というようなことがですね、設計老師は、ドイツの接心の時に、接心が始まる前にこういうお話をされておりました。
These are the kind of, you say, precautions or the kind of talk that Sekkei Roshi would give whenever he went to Germany or to Europe or America to give sessions before the usual sitting during the session began.
何分前
ロシこの方がもう初めの人です。あんまり長く座ってません。だから姿勢のことをよく心配してます。自分の座ってる姿勢。よく座禅中その姿勢を直している、ということでですけれども今結果フーズで座っている。その結果フーズが好んでて、その結果フーズによって早く自分の目的を、得ることができるんじゃないかという、考えで、そういう姿勢、と自分の目的、脱落というんですか、との間に関係があるんでしょうか？
ありません。
There's no real connection, relationship between the sitting posture and awakening, as you would say.
しかし、ないからとい
Whatever.
って、姿勢を、崩すとか、崩した方がいいとかというような、そういうモードを起こさなくてもいいですという意味です。ですから、ちゃんと耳と肩と鼻と頬と一直線にして、きちんと背筋を伸ばして、結果を出て座るという、これがスタンダードだというだけの話です。
Don't be overly concerned about your posture. Although there is the instructions about sitting with the ears and the shoulders being in line, and also the nose and the navel being in a direct line, keeping your back straight. These are the standard, you say, instructions for sitting, and one shouldn't be overly concerned about it, but one should keep these simple instructions in mind at the same time.
ベッドに横たわっておってもちゃんと悟ることはできます。
there are people who have awakened while lying down in bed, who weren't able to sit in the sitting position, the normal zazen position. It's possible to awaken in any position. 座禅ではこういうことしてもよろしいでしょうか。
座禅というのはそのものと一つになるということですから、呼吸に一つになりさえすれば、もうそれで、ちゃんと座禅なんです。
It's zazen is to become one with your present reality. And so if you're breathing, if you're following the breathing, you say you practice not just to follow it, but to become one with the breathing itself. It's fine to use the breathing as we would say a device in your zazen practice.